In today's Closer Look, the turmoil in Ferguson. This morning, there is a new effort to recall the mayor as police continue to search for the suspect who shot 2 officers during a demonstration Wednesday night. ABC's Pierre Thomas has more on a city divided over racist practices and the path to healing.
When shots rang out early Thursday morning, hitting 2 police officers in Ferguson, it was clear this community was far from healed. Now the manhunt continues for the cold-blooded shooter before he can strike again.
This was the damn punk who was trying to sow discord in an area that is trying to get its act together.
ABC's Candace Gibson is on the ground in Ferguson.
The county police say they have several leads, but so far no suspects or persons of interest. In the meantime, there's a petition circulating seeking to recall the city of Ferguson's mayor. He says he has no plans to step down.
The shooting came after a purge of city officials, including the police chief and city manager, in the wake of that blistering Justice Department report that found systemic bias by police against African Americans in Ferguson.
There was a whole structure there, according to the Justice Department report, that indicated both racism and just a disregard for what law enforcement is supposed to do.
The Justice Department accusing the city of using traffic stops on minorities as a means of raising revenue for the city. Some had hoped the tumult in Ferguson was coming to an end. But this week's shootings renewed tensions in this small town, still standing in the shadow of the death of a black unarmed teenager at the hands of a white police officer. And now a volatile mix, a shooter on the loose as the protests go on. For This Week, Pierre Thomas, ABC News, Washington.
Thanks to Pierre. We're joined now by the congressman who represents Ferguson, William Lacey Clay. Congressman Clay, thank you so much for joining us again this morning. First thing, do you have any more information on this search for the suspects?
We do not have any more information. We know that the 2 police officers have been released from the hospital. One will require additional surgery because there's still a bullet lodged behind his ear. And we pray for his full recovery.
How about this effort to recall the mayor? Do you support that?
The real test for the voters of Ferguson will be April the 7th in their municipal election and in the surrounding communities, George. If they get enough signatures on a petition to recall the mayor, then another election will be set, and I will go about educating the voters of Ferguson on what their rights are and how they can change their city government for the better. You know, out of this practices and patterns report from DOJ, you can tell that it was system-wide. The way they targeted people of that community to as really a ATM machine to derive revenue in order for the city government to function. So they need to clean house from top to bottom.
So clean house from top to bottom. Does that mean dismantling the police force?
It's possible. If that's what justified the existence of the police force, then yes. The police force probably should be dismantled and allow the St. Louis County Police, a better trained force, a more qualified force, a larger force, to actually come in and conduct policing in a totally different way that restores the trust of the people, that shows respect to the people who pay their salaries, and to start and to stop judging people by the color of their skin and criminalizing them because of what color they are, which is evident is what was happening up to this point in Ferguson and surrounding communities.
Okay, Congressman Clay, thanks very much for your time this morning.